I'm sorry, but you can't lie to us anymore. Amber is a walking contradiction. Guys, after today's court session, I cannot believe anything that Amber says. Are petty liars. They will lie about like anything just to lie. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another flipping banger. Court in session. Yep, so the sun's setting, hence golden. Give me some compliments. Anyways guys, for today we're going to be reacting to the body language guy talking about, or at least exposing, Amber Heard's lies now. But yeah, so let's get into it. I'm not gonna waste any time.
Heard has become the perfect example of that you can use to spot when a person is lying. And this 1-minute clip is all the jury of the Johnny Depp defamation trial needs to have serious doubts about her testimony. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas.
That's not all she needs. That's not all they need. This woman has lied. Like, I've gave up. From today onwards, you're not gonna see any Amber support. You're not gonna see me even try to be partial because she has ruined it all. Okay.
The body language guy, and it would be great if you join us by just liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Let's get down to it. I'm gonna break it down, and we're gonna start with this section.
Johnny comes into penthouse 4 and grabs me. I don't know why. I don't know what he was doing, but
notice the wording. Johnny comes into penthouse 4. That's pretty general, not specific. After a pause, she describes another action. He grabs me. But there are many ways to grab or hold a person. We don't have any details whatsoever. Immediately after that, we have 2 counts of
grabs me. I don't know why. I don't know what he was.
And those I don't know are something that I recommend that you pay attention to in the following clips. The most critical skill that you should develop is to try to picture the events in your mind. The less details the person gives, the more vague the image you will be able to picture. And it doesn't help if someone recalls those events like this.
I remember getting kind of free from Johnny, and he left, or he walked out of the room.
I remember getting kind of free. Well, you're either free or you're not. That is like being dead. You cannot be kind of dead unless, well, you're in a George Romero movie. Body language signals can also help spot inconsistencies. Like, can you explain why when she says kind of free, she closes her fist? They are not called illustrator gestures for nothing. Our hands and body and head will always support or even mimic what we are recalling. Closing one's fist is the last gesture that anyone...
I, however, do not think this is the case all the time.
...would use when saying getting free, because it's literally the opposite meaning. It's like someone said, well, I remember the car coming from my right, and they gesture to their left. In those cases,
maybe they're not very good with their right or left. At least I know I'm not. I seriously could not answer to you what my right or left is right now. Like, I'm left-handed, and for some reason, I can't get it right. That's just something that I can't get right, is right or left. So I don't think that's correct either. But okay.
You might be asking, what should I pay attention to? And the fact is that body language is directly connected to the emotion itself. So it has more weight than words.
Yes.
Most of the time, when someone is not telling the truth, their brains would be focused on using the right words. They would not be able to lie with their bodies at the same time. So if I was running this investigation...
This is absolutely true. Like, when I'm hanging out with people and I don't enjoy their company and I'm just trying to like pretend that I'm enjoying their company, your body language will be closed off.
In charge of an interrogation where the suspect closes their fist, like holding something, when they say breaking free, that would be a huge red flag. Now, let's add what she said immediately after. And he left. He walked out of the room. According to her testimony, Johnny was grabbing her. She got kind of free. Then Johnny walks out of the room. Sounds like weird behavior, right? So let's do a very interesting exercise. Let's switch the characters on that first part and let's see if anything changes. I remember Johnny getting kind of free from me, and he left. He walked out of the room. How does this sound to you? And don't you think the closed fist makes more sense that way? I'm gonna say it. I think that what actually happened is that Amber was holding Johnny and he's the one that got kind.
Usually bras fit small-chested women.
That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. I did not think of it like that at all. So that's really cool that she's actually narrating something that was an experience of Johnny's. Now, you guys, after today's court session, I cannot believe anything that Amber says. It would be absolutely hard for me to even side with Amber for anything. Amber lies about things that she shouldn't lie. Amber is those people that are petty liars. They will lie about like anything just to lie. So Amber, no.
That's why in the previous clip she put so much emphasis in
Amber is a walking contradiction. That, yes.
The words, I don't know what he was doing, because he was not grabbing her, but the other way around. And by the way, she touching her nose at the end and covering her mouth doesn't have a meaning in itself, but doesn't help her credibility either. I mentioned the importance of picturing events in your mind for a very good reason. Recreating someone's recollection is critical because that helps you spot inconsistencies in what is called situational logic. The events described by the person should at least make sense when you think about them. Just a warning, this strange detail.
And Amber doesn't make sense. That she does not.
In the next clip is quite hard to spot. One tip is to pay attention to her use of present and past tense.
At one moment, I'm aware that my sister's somewhere nearby, and I thought about that. I just remember thinking about that. And
well, we have another non-specific word, somewhere. But let's say that she really didn't know where her sister was. That's perfectly possible. But she says the words, I thought about that. I remember thinking about that. What is the problem with these two sentences? Well, when someone is speaking from memory, it's like they are talking on behalf of their past self. In this case, it's Amber giving a testimony today of something that happened a few years ago. She's talking on behalf of her past self. This is a concept that we need to fully understand before going forward. Her present self is talking on behalf of the Amber from some years back. And that's precisely why she starts talking in present tense about a past event. At some point, I'm aware that my sister's somewhere nearby. She's talking like she's reliving the action, and that's what we usually do when we are trying to recall things from memory. But then she says, and notice how the tense changes, I thought about that. She just snapped out of the past experience, and now she's talking like present Amber, talking about past events in past tense. And right after that, she says, I remember thinking about that. That last sentence can only make sense for present Amber. Now, our brain will always take shortcuts, and when retelling any story, it will automatically select the best way to do it. Maybe speak about the whole experience in present tense, like you're reliving it, just like she started, or you recall the story in the past tense. That's okay either way. But your brain will naturally keep talking in the same tense just for cognitive economy. These inconsistencies in tense, jumping from past to present, usually happen when your brain is trying to evaluate itself, what you just said, to make sure it is making sense.
Yeah.
And that in itself is suspicious, because if you're talking from memory, you just need to recall the event.
Guys, the only reason I'm like, yeah, is because he's speaking psychology. He's speaking psychology, and that I know. I've learned about it. So it's clicking. It's clicking in my head.
As they happen, whichever tense you choose. Now, this next part is important, and it's much easier to spot the issue. Amber's own attorney is going to ask her a question, and all you have to do is verify that she actually answers the question she's asked. Here it goes.
When you say free from Johnny, what, if any, connection did you have? The physical
connection before that. Well, I mean, I'm, you know, trying to stand up for myself, and Johnny would, at that.
Amber, I'm sorry, but you can't lie to us anymore that you are the one that was always trying to stand up for yourself. Because in all the recordings that you recorded, mind you, she recorded all these things. It was her most of the time defending herself. I don't think that Amber has a problem defending herself, to be honest. But, you know, again, I'm not Amber. I'm just speculating. And again, guys, remember, I don't support hating on people. It's just speculation, okay? I'm just having fun with it.
Stage in our relationship, he would just throw me, shove me, hit me in the face. I mean, it was just like, all I could do is just try to fight back, or try to not get more hurt.
Now, you might have noticed two things. First, that Amber initially was talking about Johnny grabbing her. But then her attorney asks the questions about what does she mean about being free from him. Amber changes the focus from the specific event to a general topic. That is not answering the question. That is evading it and just blurting out a rehearsed line. Not to mention that micro-expression of contempt that Amber shows right at the end of that statement. And she was talking straight to the faces of the jury at that moment. It's like she despises them for buying into her story. Now let's see how she continues.
I don't really recall specifics. I remember at one point he had his uncasted hand in my hair, and I was looking at the carpet. I don't know what happened immediately after that, but I remember he left. He was out of the room for a while.
So again, Johnny was holding her, and the next thing you know, he was walking out of the room? Well, there are no shortage of absurdities about Amber's recollection of events. And I understand that victims of abuse can have memory gaps. Memory gaps can be real mechanisms of the mind to protect itself. Yeah. But then one has to make the question. Why does she insist in talking like she's giving solid details about these events? That's something the jury should take into consideration, besides all the red flags that we've seen so far. You can help me spot more clips to analyze. Guys, let me tell y'all something, okay? We're done with this video, but Amber Heard is a walking red flag. That is it. That is all. That is the video. That is my opinion. Okay? And I guess subscribe if you want. If you want to make me happy. Like, if making me happy is one of your goals, okay? You can hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. You know those are my favorite. If you want to make me extra happy, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you were thinking. Leave me a banana. Or your favorite fruit. What's your favorite fruit? Let me know down below what your favorite fruit is. And yeah. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.